finding the children, of course. We were tying up loose ends, although some people were tying up their loose ends. I think we gave the rocking horse back to the unicorn maiden. We split the party where one person went to go do the whole unicorn thing. The other went to go ensure that the blimp would arrive, or the hot air balloon would appropriately arrive on time. We went to the air balloon. Myself, at least my team went to the air balloon, and we couldn't find
the occupants
driving it, and we thought that the Jabberwock took them. So we tried to signal the Jabberwock to tell us where the drivers have gone, and that was a bad decision. So Cora said that they were actually hiding in the bushes, but didn't want to say anything because they were afraid of attracting the Jabberwock. And then we decided to hide from the Jabberwock after announcing our presence to it, after finding the drivers, and it made a big old 150 line lightning bolt fire spray thing, and got mad and left. And I think they wrecked our cart completely. I think they wrecked the cart or they wrecked the balloon. I forget which one.
The balloon. Both?
Which was it both, or just was it the cart or the balloon they got wrecked for?
I thought it was just the balloon.
I could have sworn it was both, but maybe I'm wrong.
It could have been the cart.
Because I thought we were still using the balloon. I thought the cart was the thing that got destroyed.
No, the balloon was definitely destroyed. I know that for a fact. But
okay, then the balloon was destroyed. I think they didn't mention anything about the cart, so I think the cart's fine. The balloon, they're definitely not being the most balloon in the world at the moment. Feeling a little bit. I think the balloon's feeling a little bit deflated right now.
Very much not Demore.
I still don't know where that meme has come from.
I don't know either. I thought it was funny though.
And then we got and then that was just my side. We ended with knowing that we have to get to the new lands. There was a cutscene of like a mirror and people seeing like the carnival on the other side, and there was an imp going through it. But I'll be honest, that was not my team.
Actually, I was with you before, or I went with you after that. But with
yeah,
that, as far as that goes, Jasper and Vega helped get Star back to their parent. The small displacer, excuse me, the displacer beast cub. We helped finally get them back home to their parent, so that way that was one less child we had to worry about keeping safe while in these lands. That's really all that was.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
It came from a TikTok video. As she was describing how she gets ready for work. It's very demure, very mindful.
Yeah.
Everyone has just been absolutely hounding it since.
It's been fun. They're like, what does this mean? No idea. I feel like that's part of the meme now.
All right. Well, if I remember correctly, we all kind of pick up together back by the balloon. Is that correct?
Yes,
the destroyed balloon.
By the balloon.
Oh.
The very unballooned balloon.
Let me find myself. So let's drag us back to thither. With the intent.
Maybe I had my microphone backwards. I think I might have had my microphone backwards.
Maybe.
Alright, so let me drag Anderson and Magmar down here with you. Now we have the team all together again.
Yep.
For now, before we split
All
it
together.
immediately. We'll have to split the party immediately upon entering a new zone that we don't know anything about.
I'm telling you, these gotta be like portals or something. Like these. They're in every area.
Right. They don't mention them though.
It's so
Boy could have told you.
Mention who?
These
on the
large
map.
pillars, like these T-shaped pillars.
Yeah,
with
like
the
holes
carving in the
them.
center. Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely looks like
on
some
the
kind of
other
portal.
map, not on this one.
No,
this one has it as well. Each
yeah.
one has one.
Oh, okay, like the totem pole. Okay, got it.
Yeah. I've yet to have anything explain what the heck they are.
Yeah, because it's like you would think on the official maps that they would be like, oh yeah, this is this, this is this. I assume like
Right.
this is the Jabberwocky.
Did we get into a fight, just checking if we got into a fight last session, after we split the party and all that?
We
No.
avoided a fight.
Almost. Almost.
No, we didn't
No?
get in.
Okay.
You and I didn't get into a fight. We hid because we ran up
Yeah.
against some. Like we did two things. We dropped off the unicorn, Rocky horse to the unicorn. Said we'll try to find the horn. Then there was we gave the hag's hands to the dryad. I asked her some questions. She was confused about what I did. And then she said, don't chop a forest. And I said, does kelp count? And then I continued to walk on. That was where it was.
I could have sworn you're skipping the detail where when you tried to hand her the hands, she's like, "What the fuck is this?
I think
Get the
just-
fuck away from me, you psycho!"
God, you psychopath.
I don't remember any of her I felt like I felt like she had gotten a gift like a bag of rattlesnakes, not like you're crazy. 'Cause so that's kind of what
I was only asking because I know I passed that before after we handled in the first thing.
yeah, so that was, and we thought
If
about
I got into a fight and I lost my summon, I'd have to re-summon it. So I was
so
just
we
checking to make sure I still had my summon.
And then metagame wise, we went over to the cart. The rest of the party. We found the cart, but none of the occupants. We did a little bit of investigating. Noticed that there was some like disturbance in the area. This is when the Jabberwock flew overhead. Our newest party member decided to fly up there. Well, quote unquote, fly up there.
jump.
Sort of walk up there. But anyway, ended up getting spotted by the Jabberwocky. While they were doing this, the missing occupants of the hot air balloon let us know that, they were hiding because the Jabberwock was nearby. Upon which, our party member came back down and said, hey, it didn't look like the Jabberwock had the med or anything. It did give me a pretty nasty look, but other than that, it seemed fine. Upon
You
hearing
guys
that,
wanted to find them. You wanted to find them.
upon that, the Jabberwock basically was coming down for a nice meal, being us. And our newest party member decided to go, I have the perfect solution, and started to try and cast Liamon's Tiny Hut. But like most people online, failed to realize that the casting time is 1 minute. So while they were attempting to draw their circle, Toph set up an underground bunker and pushed everyone inside of the underground bunker.
I'm his relative.
To which Vega was a little upset about being left outside to be torched, but luckily is very thankful that she was fireproof and that the Jabberwocky breathed fire.
It doesn't breathe it. It shoots it out of its eyes.
Oh yeah, that's right. It
Right.
shoots fire out of its eyes.
It's
Vega-
Cyclops.
But Vega definitely let us know about her grievances about being left outside to be burned alive.
Indeed.
You tell a brand new person, we're trying to find X. Comes out, I found X. You what?
You what? Turns out X is trying to kill us too.
Good news, everyone. I found them. Oh, that's great news. They're coming this way. That's horrible news.
Yeah. Good news, everyone. Oh my god.
Surprise.
This is
teacher
just like
Tuesday.
everyone tells Otto that we're trying to find the Jabberwock, and I'm like, I found them. And just everyone's like, no.
Oh no.
Alright, but yes. Then, I could have sworn that when the Jabberwock landed, it landed and destroyed our cart. As well as the balloon. But
See, I thought it was just a balloon.
Cora, do
I
you
don't-
remember whether the car got destroyed or not?
I can't. I know for a fact it was the balloon, but I cannot remember if the cart was destroyed or not.
okay.
So I'm just
I don't
gonna
remember
say
you
that the
saying
cart was
anything.
not destroyed.
Yeah!
It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for it to attack like the cart because the cart didn't
I
really
thought it
have
just
anything to do
landed on
with
it.
Yeah,
It
It
landed on the
wasn't
balloon.
necessarily that it had attacked, but
Yeah.
anywho,
Since I can't
So-
remember for certain, I'm just gonna say it didn't.
all upside then, as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned. Okay. With that being said, we are now all back together, and we described these events to you.
Yeah. Shh. Magmar and Anderson.
I'm supposing we might level up today. I hear from the
did.
grapevine. No,
You
I
just
know.
said you can go to level 7, yeah.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and go to level 7.
Oh, okay. I thought we were waiting a session or something on that.
No,
No,
she
No,
said
I went
at the
ahead
end
and
of
gave you
last
the go ahead since
Yep.
that
so-
way you could go ahead and get all your stuff in.
Yep.
Well, there's gonna be a halfway through the session level up like last time.
Nope.
Yeah. I figured we'd just go ahead and get it out of the way. That way we wouldn't have to pause mid-session again.
Thank you for that. I'll go ahead and do that now. Wait. Give me a moment while you guys will play.
For sure. So, you guys come out from behind the trees and meet with the rest of your party and regale the Jabberwock attack. What it could have been, what it near should have been. You also find Morgort and Clapperclaw, as they had been the ones in the balloon. They had taken shelter behind some trees and shrubbery. I love using the word shrubbery.
I do remember that. Yes.
And oh yes, perfect. You now have your aura,
The best paladin feature in the game.
right?
It puts everybody within fireball distance of each other. It's the DM's
Listen.
favorite aura.
Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. He said, I have evasion.
It is the biggest curse of a paladin to make everyone be within most AoE spell distances of each other.
Yeah, but now
Yeah.
you'll at least pass them.
Yeah, you at least have a chance. Or an
I
even
have a
better chance
chance.
for that matter.
You have a chance.
Most of the time,
Just
you have a
saying.
very good chance, because if a paladin has like a +4, like you're getting like a minimum, if it's at least a decent stat, a +6 to your roll.
Right.
And then if you're
Alright.
proficient, you're getting like +10 almost. But anyway.
Anyway, so you guys are all gathered together in this clearing here with the remnants of your balloon and mostly the balloon basket being what was shattered. The balloon is a little bit more in tatters, but what is your next move?
Well, we're not going to be able to talk to the Jabberwocky at least while it's hungry.
Well, hopefully it finds some food between now and then.
We probably also need to find another balloon. Oh, wait. Clapperclaw, do you know, is there any way for us to get to Yon without the balloon?
I don't know how to get to Yon.
Do you know anyone who might?
The oil can squirt that is traveling with you will chime up. I do. I know how to get to Yon.
Awesome.
Can I look
Safeway?
down and be like, huh, what is this walking abomination?
He is floating, I will have you know.
Exactly, so I don't see it.
Oh, where the hell did that come from? You recognize the voice. You've heard Squirt several times.
Have I?
Yeah.
I
Squirt.
honestly don't recall.
We
You met him at the
Little
Oak.
The first time we met the kids, they gave him to us.
Okay. So that was the session I missed. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
So you quote unquote met him, but
Yeah.
he stays quiet for most of the battles and sessions unless he is directly spoken to.
Okay.
Well, use them like a Pokemon.
Essentially.
Ooh, I get improved extra attack. What is that give me?
But he will say, is that where you want to go?
Yeah. Well, actually, do you know anything about the Jabberwock? Does it traverse all three lands, hither, thither, and yon, or is it just in thither?
I've only seen it here in thither.
Well, isn't it supposed to be like obedient to Zybelna or protecting her or something? Wouldn't that imply she's here also?
Maybe. She could be. I don't know if she is or not.
According to investigators,
Well, what do the rest of you all think? Should we try to stay here in thither and try and see if we can find a way to communicate with the Jabberwocky and maybe Zybelnia, or go on to Yon and take care of the last hag?
So my note says that I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to elicit laughter.
There's only one person you listed laughter from actively, so
yeah, Zybonia. I just
he says it anyway.
Yeah, I can't. I like much like a. So it's like she's in like another place, like a palace. I think it was called the Palace of something. So we don't have any way to get there. So let's just take care of. Let's get your guys' stuff, and then I've gotten my writing back. You guys deserve your stuff back. So that would be. And we have no clues here, so maybe my suggestion is we move on and turn the page.
All right. Does anybody else feel strongly about that? Because I really am one way or the other. I definitely don't want to risk being eaten again.
That's fair. I mean, if we don't know wwhere the palace is or anything like that, it probably is best. And honestly, we could probably get that information from the last tag. Heck, we honestly could get it from the first tag. Although, sadly, the balloon is kind of kaput, so I don't necessarily know how easy it's going to be to get back there.
Yeah. Well, we at least know we have a guide forward.
Yeah, might as well go with that. We'll tell Clapper Claw and oh gosh, the frog person, because I can never remember her name. Basically, if they don't wish to travel with us, they can head basically to the tree, where all the kids are and whatnot, so they'll have a safe place to be, if that makes sense.
You mean Loom Lurch?
I believe that's what the town is called.
Yep. Where the kids are. Why do we need to
You
go
did
back to
slay the
Loom
hag,
Lurch?
right?
Yeah.
Huh? We don't, but they probably don't want to go with us.
Yeah, we did slay the hag.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Yes, we, or at least I, thither. So they will happily take up your offer on heading to Loom Lurch. And Squirt will chime in again. Well, if you guys want to go beyond, then follow me. And he will start floating off to the west.
Well, I'll follow you guys since I can't follow him.
Honestly, at this point, it'll probably pretty much be like almost canon where Jasper is like kind of locks elbows with Toph and helps, because Toph, you know what I mean? I feel like at this point, anytime that Toph has got the advantage, Jasper is behind her, and then so anytime Jasper's got the advantage, he wants to try and repay Toph, so he's always like locking elbows with her and helping her traverse areas that she can't see in. Or navigate areas that she can't see exactly what's going on.
Fair enough.
Like a seeing eye goblin.
Yes.
Okay.
Service goblin.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it.
Hold on to my horns. It'll be okay. Follow me.
We're the same size. We can literally just lock elbows. We don't. She's not you. You're like
That
two
was
of me
funny.
stacked on top of each other, and one of them has to be standing on the horns.
Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, there you go. I just didn't want to. I didn't. It was a way better visual. Okay. Sorry, I won't say anything else.
Oh no, you're good.
No, I wasn't meaning it. I wasn't meaning it insulting, but I was just saying we're the same size. She doesn't have to hold on to my horn. Actually, I feel like that'd
It
be
is funny,
weird.
though.
I'm reaching up to touch it.
Yeah, exactly.
He was just gonna like tie a ribbon to his horn just to be like, okay, this is the point. Yeah.
That would be funny. That would do. Yeah, I like that idea.
That is fun. I like that. But yes, as you guys all set out, you're able to follow Squirt through the various terrain. It'll be muddy in some places, dry in others, weaving through trees. But you will eventually, after several hours hike, make it to a very dense mist. The mist is so thick that it seems like you could cut through it with a knife. But
I wouldn't know.
fair enough. It does linger heavy in the air, and it seems to make it almost difficult to breathe. But Squirt seems to be very confident as they continue their path. And I assume you guys choose to follow along behind him.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to me.
For what seems like another couple of hours, you bob and weave through the mist, making several lefts, followed by what seems like an unnecessary right. You go around in what seems like circles, but eventually you do end up on a pathway that wends between rocky crags on a mountainside. The sky is dark and full of roiling thunderclouds. You are greeted by a howling wind. For a second, lightning splits the sky, striking nearby mountaintops and illuminating a distant pinnacle of rock that has a foreboding castle carved out of it. And you all are right here on this causeway.
This one? Okay,
Yes, sir.
got it. I was like scrolling up and down trying to find it.
Or on the path or on the causeway?
On
On
the
the
causeway here, next to Toph.
I can't talk. Okay.
Here, I'll focus me again.
Yep.
Big owl bear.
I don't go anywhere without my pet owlbear now.
Fair enough.
As we're walking, Jasper's gonna come to the slow realization. Like we've already traveled all the way from thither to yon, and then he's just gonna you're gonna just kind of see as he kind of just like his face kind of goes slack for a second, and then he goes, "Wait a minute, you could have followed the owlbear the whole time."
The owlbear only follows me. How would that work?
Okay, fair enough.
If I told it to follow the walking, tin can, it'd probably just eat it.
That's also
Very
pretty
possible.
fair.
Alright, give me just 1 second.
Hey, just be sure, Vega is the imp, correct?
Yes.
How would you feel if Vega, how would you feel about polymorphing Vega into a giant ape during combat?
It's not possible.
How is it not possible?
She's only CR 1, I think, or CR half. You can only polymorph a creature to the same of the same CR. So like.
Oh, it's not based off your level. It's based off the target's level.
Yep.
Oh,
Jasper wouldn't mind though, because honestly, that would give her some more. What is it? Oh, she's a CR 1. You could turn her into a normal ape. But yeah, if you find a CR 1.
it's the targets. Equal to, okay, never mind, equal to the target. Sorry, I was thinking, I'm probably reading over this right now. I was like, okay, it's the creature, I thought it was, when it said the target's level, I was confusing that with my own level.
Mm-hmm. Very
Fair.
unfortunate.
So, Anderson, how do you feel about being turned into a giant ape?
I feel like sometimes he already is.
Wait.
Oh, goodness.
Question.
Burn. So
Here's a
burn.
question,
No.
Cora. Technically, if I polymorph Toph into a creature with like extra senses, would that also mean Toph could see?
No,
Oh.
because it.
That's what I would think. Just because
Yeah.
I lost my my eyesight magically, so
Yeah.
it's not like a physical thing.
It's a bane.
It-
Well, you do become an entirely
But-
new creature. Rules is written, but
It
I
does-
get what you all are saying thematically.
Yeah, if you of whatever the game statistics would
Right,
say.
but that's
What-
because they're physically blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they're saying is
Magically.
it's magically blind. Like Toph's eyesight was taken like
Yeah.
a bane, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like a curse.
It's more like a curse.
Yeah.
It's a hag's curse.
Yeah.
Specifically a hag's curse.
So they bend the
Oh.
rules of magic a little bit to screw over whoever they cursed.
It just like it kind of breaks a lot of things if you think about it too hard.
It does, for sure.
It's a funny spell. I'll say that. It's a funny spell.
It is. All right. Well,
I did take polymorph. It's the best. It's the best heal in the game. It's the best single target heal in the game. Because of the way the HP pool works.
all right. As you guys kind of step forward on this causeway, getting a little closer to the main plateau of this rocky mountainside, you see two figures standing on an outcrop of rock, outlined against the stormy sky. One, a slender elf female wearing a crescent moon mask, and the other is a 3-foot-tall dandelion with a small rapier strapped to its stem. A honeybee the size of an orange buzzes around the dandelion's bright yellow head. The elf is the first to notice you. As she points in your direction, the dandelion draws its rapier and assumes a defensive pose. The honeybee buzzes more loudly as it flies circles around the two of them.
Being attacked by a bee and a plant?
We're not being attacked. They're defending themselves.
We haven't attacked them. What do you mean?
Well,
They're
being
assuming a
defensive.
defensive pose.
Oh, okay.
They got a good eyesight.
Right?
We're still. What's the scale on this? Let's see. Let's find out.
Well, I
Well,
said
it's
as you
accurate.
guys come closer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say 55 feet. Let's see.
That's not that bad. You can still see that.
They're over 5 miles away. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that.
Right,
if
but
you
then you
decide
guys
at that
actually
point.
come closer.
I just wave at them
How
and
you
say,
got-
hello, how are you?
I got this.
Greetings.
I got this, guys. As you see,
Ooh,
Otto
hold on.
goes.
Hold on. Anderson spoke first.
I didn't mean to ruin it. Like we were just like talking sideways, and I wanted to continue the
No, you're good.
conversation.
Oh, no, you're
So
good.
You talk first. Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's okay.
all right, sure. I just wave hello.
The dandelion will kind of lower his rapier just a bit. Hello. Who are you?
I'm Anderson Breakfall. This rabbit or herringon here, his name is Otto. He's the more talkative guy. The little goblin with the horns, his name is Jasper. The blind leading the owlbear is Toph. She's an earthbender. Is that what we're calling it in this world?
I mean, it's probably the best way you could put it, or an earth.
Okay, yeah. Seems like, yeah.
Fair.
Earth aficionado.
And
Man.
what is the hag's name for this territory?
Well, her name is. Hang on, let me dad joke it through here. God, it's not.
She's
It's not.
excited for
It's
it.
Endala, I think. Hang on, it's.
You are close.
Did I hear
Okay.
a yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it when you
Just
get them
Endala.
wrong. It is honestly the highlight of my Saturdays.
Is
Same.
what?
Can I Indala?
You messing up the names.
Oh, thanks. It's really giving me a complex now. Yeah, I think it's
So
like. I think her name is Endala, like Endala.
You're close.
What or
Evelyn?
Embry?
No.
No. Oh.
Endolin.
Endolin.
Yeah.
That's why I said you were close. You just had to
Yeah, you
really
were
get that
very
close.
inside.
Yeah. I mean.
And then what's the last name?
we don't have last names in D&D. Don't you know that?
Spider.
No one has last names.
I'll give you a hint. If you can see on the map, I'm pinging a couple shapes.
Moongrave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a character in my Monday group who legitimately messes up the names on purpose. So when you mess them up on accident, I love it.
It's in
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it just I don't know why. I love the name mix-ups for some reason.
But there we go. Now you got the hag name.
I was going to, in character, kind of interrupt.
Okay.
Absolutely. Do it.
As you kind of, and like I said, I was going to interrupt as we were kind of introducing this. After, like, he says the introductions, you'll see kind of like almost like a hop in the step. They kind of, as Otto stands on the front of the wagon, and with his arms stretched out, he will kind of start walking as if he is walking up like onto a platform in the middle of the air and say, "And we are here to provide a wonderful show for the great and wonderful Indolin Moongrave. You are seeing and being witness to the Owl Bear Rodeo." And I'll gesture over everyone. We've here come a traveling festival from all around the different areas here of the Fey Forest, and we're here to put on a show for the Grand Hag herself. If you could ever be so kind as to let us know where she is so that we may give her the utmost performance that she's ever seen.
You will see
Like
if they will raise their rapier a little bit more offensively now.
Not offensive, offensive.
You're here to see the hag, then.
Are you friends or foes of the hag? It depends greatly on how we answer, of course.
I don't think you usually tell them that.
Yeah. Jasper's gonna go ahead and step in and be like, "Look, we're just passing through. Our friend here he spent a little bit of time in a hole. He's a little bit confused. He recently has been undug out of the hole."
You know what it's like, living in a hole for
Solitary confinement.
many years, right?
Kind of takes
not
a
in
couple
just
of
any
screws
hole.
loose.
Not in just any hole. He was in a hole with a dwarf, being held by a hag, and being thought that he would be made into, and he put up air quotes when he says it, Hassenpfeffer. Like, so, yeah, we're just, yeah.
Sorry, we thought you were guards of the hag. You clearly, as I can tell from your offensive posture, it seems you clearly were not, well, friends of the hag. My mistake. I assumed you were guards guarding this bridge so that no one may enter the hag's territory without her approval.
What's your name?
He keeps his rapier raised. My name is Amador. But I still don't understand. I'm quite confused as to who you all are. Are you friends of the hag or no?
I think the honest answer is the hag has something that some of us need. She stole something, and we're figuring out if we're honestly going to steal
real
it
quick.
from her or make a deal. That's still open to debate.
Amador is which one?
The one with the rapier?
Okay.
Mhm.
Does the dandelion have a rapier, or is it the human that has a rapier?
It is an elf.
The dandelion has the rapier. And yes, that's an elf.
And there's a mysterious elf. Alright.
Uh-huh.
Can I go ahead and do an insight check? Since they've said the hag a couple times. What can I like insight check to see kind of like if they put any inflection on it, if that makes sense?
Sure.
25.
When they say hag, they say it when they're almost like they're spitting on the ground.
Alright. So I would say, no, we are no friends of the hag. We just took the head of the last hag.
Oh, I just hold up the bag with the key in it. Like, do you want to see it?
The last hag.
Well, the one from where we were thither. Yeah, she stole something from me, and I got it back, and I pull out the key out of the bag.
Oh my, you mean Skabatha?
Yeah, that's what her name was. Sure, and then I put it back. She's no more.
Keyword on was.
She's skibbity gone now.
If he could smile, he would.
All right.
That
Oh, so he likes rap, is what I'm hearing.
right?
I think he's mistaken.
I didn't know you had a new curse placed on you, Jasper. That you had to rap every sentence.
Oh, I thought that was funny.
Can you imagine that was your curse? You have to rap every time you talk.
You guys would be cringing every time I spoke.
Oh no.
So you guys,
A little.
is there a resistance against the hag? I assume that they would have the leadership of this area, and everyone would be falling head over heels in obedience to them.
Why would you
That's what
think that?
The last area we had, everyone was the hag themselves had children as slaves, and people working for them and constantly making them do things. The last hag was constantly forcing labor on the entire area. From wherever you go, there was always people trying to be forced into labor, doing things they didn't want to do. I assumed it'd be the same here.
Well, it is, but she doesn't have everyone. She doesn't have Gleam, but she does have her sister.
And what's her sister's name?
Glister.
Okay, Gleam, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gleam is
Are you
is
Gleam?
on our side.
I'm pointing at the
Elf.
at the well, whoever's talking. Is it the dandelion that's talking, or is it the elf?
The dandelion has introduced himself as Amador,
Okay.
and when he says Gleam, he is referring to the elf. So.
All right. So Amador is a dandelion.
Mhm.
All right. And
What are you two doing here on a bridge? Guarding a bridge to anyone that comes in.
We're not guarding the bridge. You just happen to appear.
Then why did you raise your rapier defensively towards people coming over the bridge?
Because you appeared out of nowhere.
That's because of
Kinda-
Squirt. But yeah.
He kind of looks a little bit confused. Does this bridge not just go to the other area? The other land?
No? I don't know.
Have you ever been across this bridge before?
You can't cross that bridge. It just
Well,
ends.
We certainly just did. As you can see, we crossed this bridge perfectly fine.
Okay, but the bridge ends, as you can see. And when you turn around, you will see that there is no bridge to cross. It literally just drops off into nothing.
Where's Squirt at? Is Squirt still here?
Squirt is still with you, yes.
All right, cool. Like, I think this was some magical jingle jangle, just magic stuff. So Gleam, were you the former leader of Yon? Like, just out of curiosity.
No, I was a performer in the Witchlight circus.
We are originally from the Witchlight circus ourselves. I am a Witchlight monarch. Yeah.
Oh, you were crowned as the monarch.
Yeah, totally.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So.
How long has it been since you've been at the carnival?
Years.
And Mr. Witch and Mr. Light were running it, right? Just want to make sure.
Yes. They were running it.
Okay.
They had changed the name to the Witchlight Carnival, so that it would reflect their names.
Okay. Were you there before Witch and Light were in charge?
Oh, yes. Yes, we were.
Okay. And what was the name of that carnival? Just out of curiosity. I'm just asking a question.
They just called it the Fae Carnival then.
Okay.
And what exactly were you guys doing here out in the open? You said that we ran across you. You weren't guarding anything. You were just around the area. What exactly are you doing in this area?
We were talking. We were trying to come up with a plan in order to free Glister from Motherhorn.
Has Glister been wronged by the hag here?
What is Motherhorn?
Glister has been imprisoned in Motherhorn, and Motherhorn is the castle in which Bitter End lives.
Bitter End? Is that another person, or is that a place?
Bitter End is the hag.
There's another hag here. Indolin? Is that Indolin's other name?
Yes, it's the same.
Okay.
Oh, then we're here to stop Indolin. Or maybe stop them. At least definitely get what was taken from us back again. Maybe we can return what was taken from you. If you offer assistance, of course.
Well, we do plan on going in there at some point to get her sister, so we have no problem with assisting you. The only thing is it's not going to be easy. It's quite a formidable castle.
And that's precisely where we should work together. You have layouts and knowledge of this land, and we have power and some brute strength to back it. It's going to take both to be able to do something against the hag.
Brute strength is not going to be what sends Indolin to her own bitter end.
So
Does she have resistances and powers that make her strong and immune against certain, forms of attack? What kind of defenses does she have?
She cannot die.
that's not technically true, and we both know that. She can't be hurt unless it's a eclipse, right?
Correct.
Okay. And
when is the next eclipse?
Do we know? Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, there is no eclipse here in Yon, as there is no sun.
Okay. Alright. So,
What about something that can create total darkness? Equivalent to that of an eclipse.
Unfortunately, I don't believe that will work. What we do believe is that instead of a literal eclipse, it would rather be a symbolic one. That would be her end.
okay.
And is it just you two, or is there more that believe in stopping them?
I'm sure there's more, but unfortunately,
Okay.
they are trapped within the castle or unable to fight alongside us.
Okay. So, can I ask a question? So, is there no sun or no moon here? Is that correct?
There is a moon, but there is no sun.
Okay. Alrighty. And you think a figurative eclipse of her power would then allow her to be wounded? Is that what you're thinking?
A symbolic display of an eclipse, yes.
Okay. A symbolic display of an eclipse.
Jasper's gonna begin making a paper mache moon costume for Vega, and he's gonna start making a paper mache sun costume for himself. Don't worry, guys, I've got this.
Well, I do specialize in visual effects at times.
All right,
if you have an idea, I'm sure I could help it come to fruition.
So, you seem like you are wise to this area, Amador and Gleam. The castle is called Mother Horn, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure I understand all this stuff. And you call her here Bitterette, is that right?
She has several names. We also call her Creeping Lynn.
Creepy Lynn?
And Dame of Unhappy Endings.
Oh, alright.
Though that one is a bit of a mouthful, and we don't use that one very often, but some do.
Alrighty. So, before you were gonna see us, what were you planning on doing right now?
Well, since there is no sun in the sky over yon, we believe the Selenleon twins that are the living embodiment of the moon and the sun.
Okay. There are twins, and what are they called?
The Selenleon twins. SELENELION.
The Salinity twins, got it.
Alright. Oh, I feel like
the Saltine twins. Got it.
Okay, like it's so bad because I'm gonna be like, the Celine Lion twins. It's gonna be great.
It does look like it says Celine Lion twins.
Yeah, totally does.
The Celine Dion twins.
So you were gonna go see these two twins, okay, and enlist them for your help.
Well, Gleam is the moon sister, and Glister is the sun sister. And if we can release Glister, the sun sister, then we believe that we can use them both to...
Okay, so just to make sure that I understand everything so far, and this is out of character, but I want to make sure. Gleam the elf is one of the twins, and Glister is the other twin who is imprisoned in the castle, right?
Yes.
Okay. So right now, your plan, Mr. Dandelion and Mrs. Elf, is you were going to go free your sister from the castle, right?
Yes.
Okay. If now that we're here and we are saying, hey, we want to help, how would that best change? Does that change your equation on what we should do next? Should we do something else before freeing Glister to make it easier? Is what I'm thinking. That's my question I ask you. You are our guides and our essentially Gleam is Gleam the moon or the sun in this story? So I know.
The moon.
Okay, so we will follow your moonlight to whatever you need to do. Just tell us. But now there might be a different option. And the tides follow the moon anyways. Shrug.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, what was your question again?
My question is like, hey, out of character. Hey guys, you just met an entire band of people that will do something. Does going to the castle right now make sense? Or is there something else that we could do to better prepare? Was this initial run to the castle a suicide mission? And if we can fix it and change something else, if there's something else we can go do right now to make sure that we run into the castle, it works out better for us.
Well, we did kind of have a plan to go and talk to the Cords.
Okay.
And see if they would maybe strike up an alliance with us.
Okay. The Cords, right?
Yes.
All right. So if we come with you and go talk to the Cords, we then are going to strengthen our hand a little bit, right?
I believe so.
Because the
I
only
think
thing that's going to allow us to kill this witch, or hag, sorry, is making sure that Gleam and Glister are together as an eclipse, right? That's the theory of the case?
that's what we believe, at least right now.
Alrighty. And there's no... I'm listening.
Where did you get this knowledge that you say that you seem to have? It's not exactly like weaknesses are, thrown out there, of course.
How did I know it, or how did they know it?
I'm asking them.
Oh.
How did we get what knowledge?
Of the hag's
About
weakness.
the eclipse and why you think it will work to have a figurative eclipse.
Well, it's honestly one of her worst kept secrets.
But you think a figurative eclipse will work in this situation instead of a literal one?
Well, considering there is no sun that rises over yon,
That's our only
we have
choice.
to believe that something will work. And if she is going to imprison one of the sun or moon sisters, it has to be that she even fears that a metaphorical or symbolic eclipse will be her undoing. So I'm just going off of the information that she herself has provided based on her own fears.
I mean, it makes
Think-
sense considering, if you're ever worried about something, it's probably got to be for a good reason. Hags are cautious for a reason.
Speaking of cautious hags, do you know, or I can't remember the name of the place, where Zibonia is, the castle or the palace?
Oh, yes, the Palace of Heart's Desire.
Is it possible for us to get to there from here?
Yes, I do know the way.
Do you think we'd be able to try and free her before we try to take care of the hag?
I don't know.
Well, something to just keep in mind in the back of our heads, I guess.
So I guess what makes the most sense is for us to accompany you to go speak to these cords.
Yes, I do believe so.
What does everyone think? Or do we just rope up to the castle and see what happens?
I think let's go strike a chord. But also,
Breaking a chord with a chord. Okay.
Yep. But I do kind of want to point out, it says something about our confidence that we just show up to somewhere, hear somebody trying to overthrow their dictator, and we're like, we're in. Like, don't worry, we'll beat the shit out of her for you.
Fair.
I mean,
Well,
we're just trying to get allies to do something that we were already going to do in the first place.
Yeah,
fair.
it's not like, hey, this person is this bank we're gonna rob also has, which has all your guys' stuff, also has this. I'm like, sure, we'll help you rob your bank because we want to rob that bank anyways. So let's go.
It's
Hooray.
mutually assured destruction for the other person.
Yeah. You're on the other side of the rogue wave, so it's good. Yeah.
We're the ones on the right. If we just get enough people around us that agree with that, then I know we're going to be on the right. Also, did they imprison both the moon and the sun, sister, or just the moon?
Just the
Or is it the moon and the sun, or which one is
just the
captured?
sun.
So Gleam the elf is the moon's sister. Glister is the sun's sister. Glister is in Motherhorn, the castle, held by the Dame of Unhappy Endings. And the two have their powers combined to become the Selene Lyons twins. So there you go.
Form of a giant eagle, shape of a bucket of water.
There you go. That is everything on that one.
It is very convenient these people are here to tell us this information.
Like
Almost
it was
too convenient.
It's called a narrative, and I'm loving it. Let's
Or
go.
a setup.
Sure.
It could also be a setup.
Yeah.
They knew they were coming because the other hag knew that the other hag died, so they're planting people.
Well,
Because they knew we would arrive this way.
Okay.
Nah.
Did the hag
Could
know
be.
that we? Could be.
But I will tell you, their disdain for the hag is very true.
Yeah.
I mean, so was the children working for the hag.
Yeah, but the children didn't help the hag now, did they?
Mhm.
They made toys for them consistently.
Yeah, it's called slavery.
Exactly. We don't know. You can. These people could also just be under the hag's influence while also hating the hag at the same time. You can hate your boss.
Usually, you don't plan a rebellion when you're
That's
under
what I'm
their
saying.
control.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It could be slightly. It could also be a trap of some sort.
For some
I mean,
reason,
I think everything is a trap.
for some reason, I get the idea of like that's the equivalent of being like trying to get your manager fired so you could become the manager. Like,
All right.
Just caution.
how are you gonna talk about caution? Both you and Anderson showed our entire hand as soon as we walked up to them.
I gave a fake hand.
First of all, at any point has Anderson just not completely told everyone what his intention was to do? At any point has he not been?
I was a
completely
performative liar.
Jasper respects it because, as far as he's concerned, he's like, listen, they're either going to be on our side or they're not going to leave this mountainside. You know? Like,
there's
I'm telling you, that rapping thing's coming through more and more.
Oh gosh.
What'd you say? Oh, the rapping. Oh no.
Yeah, because you said they're either going to be on our side or they're not leaving the mountainside.
Oh man, it's like you're slowly becoming a rhymer. Oh no.
I've rhymed several times on accident. All I'm saying is they're either going to help us or the 12-year-old's going to choke them out. Actually, how old are you? How old are you, Toph?
I think she's 13, if I remember correctly.
Sure.
12 and 13, it's the same age.
She's on her Stranger Things adventure. So let's go see these chords. And we go. Sure. Lead the way.
No, you were correct. She is 12.
Commodore.
The 13 and 14 towards the later part of the series. 14 and 50 by the end of it.
I mean, you could also have a birthday mid-session. No one ever celebrates their D&D character's
true.
birthday.
I'm going to say I'm 13.
Okay, there you go.
Does anyone else have a birthday coming up soon in D&D? Is any of your characters going to have a birthday coming up soon?
Jasper doesn't know when he was born.
So edgy.
He's an orphan.
All right. So yes, as you guys start to make your way through the rocky crags, you will pass by this large pool surrounded by these 8 ginormous 200-foot column towers, each with a flight of stairs leading up to the top. And you will see on the far side that one of them is lit with a blazing fire and a very small, from this far away, humanoid-like figure is just walking their way down the steps.
Menacingly.
Not menacingly.
Get out of there, SpongeBob.
Where's the on the map? Where are we talking about so we can understand?
This is the pool here, the big lake, and then this is the column that I'm referring to.
Okay. And this is where the chords are at. Is that correct?
No, this is just what you're passing on the way.
All right. Who are those people? What is that? Amador, the Dandelion Knight? Or are you a knight? I don't know. I mean, do plants get knights? I'm confused.
No, unfortunately, I am not a knight. Although I would very much hope to be one day. But that is Prince Alagothus. He made a bargain with Endolin and now finds himself trapped in Yon. He is using the Fey beacons, trying to search for a way home.
Prince Alagothus?
Alagarthus.
Alagarthus. All right. And what did he make a deal? Do you know what he made a deal with?
Or two,
I do
four.
not.
Okay.
But I do know that he has been doing this for quite a while,
Doing what?
trying to
Lighting
light
the
the
beacon.
beacons.
Okay. Okay. And these things around here are the beacons?
Yes.
Like the okay. Alright.
Move, child.
Should we so Amador, here's a question. Should we help him light the beacons? Is that a good thing?
Gondor calls for aid! Thank you.
Amador, sorry.
No, you're fine. As soon as you ask that question, you will hear the loud screeching of what sounds like nails on a chalkboard. And I will show you what you will see.
It was Captain Ahab.
Okay.
Far away in the distance, it'll be hard to make it out, but this is what you will see.
Uh-huh.
2 or 3 of them will come sweeping down just as the prince gets about halfway down the stairs, and the beating of their mighty wings snuffs out the flame. Amador will turn and look to you. Unless you know how to take those things down, there's no way to help him.
Okay. All right. We will have to.
The birds or the columns? About 150 feet.
Okay. So it may sound like something we need to talk to this guy about later, because it sounds like he's cursed to try to light all these to get something or to alleviate something. We just don't know yet. So we would need to know the other part of the story. Then we can figure out how to, secretly light everything at once. So I guess we should, I think we should go take care of, let's go to the chords and figure that out before we take care of coming back for the prince. Does that make sense, or am I wrong?
That makes sense.
No, yeah. What say you, team?
I mean, I will say I have an ability that can kind of help with the whole flying aspect of the enemy if we end up needing to go against one of those.
There's a bunch of them, right? They're like big. These are not like hawk size. These are elephant size things, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm sorry, how big did you say?
I guessed elephant size or horse size. I didn't know.
They're technically medium, but they are like borderline large.
Okay.
So we're like talking about almost the size of owlbear, but just slightly smaller.
Yeah. Sure.
Rocks are much larger. I think I've seen these before. Looks up at... Never mind, I have never seen that before in my life.
Fair. Fair. All right.
Off to
I mean,
the
I can actually
card.
see now. Relatively
There, yeah,
speaking.
you are on nothing but rock terrain right now.
Yeah. You have the best vision of all visions right now.
Yeah, when everyone's like, oh no, the clouds, I can't see. I go, haha, welcome to my world.
All right. But as you guys start to follow Amador and Gleam through the rocky terrain, somebody give me a survival roll.
I think only one of us is good at those nowadays.
Apparently it's not me. 11 total.
All right.
Yeah.
I have the highest bonus, but I rolled the worst.
That's okay. We will see what we've got going on.
Don't think I have survival or anything. Nope, -1.
Yeah, I got a +6 too.
I'm like, I got a -1. I'll be the worst. Gets the highest.
Yeah.
I like how it's just a 0.
Although I find your other roll very funny. You got a 0.
I either know it or I don't.
All right. 8 goblins shuffle into view, solemnly ringing handbells. They wear headdresses made from animal skulls, badgers, wolves, and rams, and are further adorned with necklaces of dangling bone. As they see you, they ring their bells a little bit more happily and come trotting over. Hello.
This is...
We are the Dead Ringers. We ring our bells to comfort the dead. We are...
Are you saying that we're dead?
Are you dead?
No, but you
Do you
seem
need
so
comfort?
excited to see us.
Well, honestly,
Well, we love talking to strangers and we're willing to trade our services for a trinket.
I mean, I've been dead once, but luckily I came back.
Do you bring people
So
back
you
from the
could
dead?
say you got better?
I did get better.
Do you bring people back from the dead by chance?
No. How How do you bring someone back from the dead?
I figured someone named the Deathbringers or the Deathbellers would know. I don't
The
know
dead
myself.
bringers. We
I
can
figured,
commune with the dead.
what do you need to be able to commune with the dead?
Well, for us, just our bells.
Do you have to know the person first?
No?
Do you need anything of effect of the person?
No, we just typically summon one of our chords.
What kind of payment do you accept?
Trinkets.
I love how nonchalant they're just like, trinket!
They are offering the power to speak with that which is no longer alive, and their payment is trinkets.
Listen,
Yeah.
they're like raccoon people, alright?
Any
Right.
loose pocket change or lint, pretty much anything. Honestly, I took a half-eaten sucker one time.
They're
I
offering to commune with the dead.
I want to take a minute to just see as a priest that deals with life and death how committed are they to what is this a scam, or is this are they really like someone of the death? Does that make sense? I'm trying to figure out their true intentions.
Of course. Would you like for us to summon a spirit?
Okay. So I would. Can you summon a spirit from another realm?
Unfortunately not.
So they have to be dead from here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Have y'all... Oh. What if we spoke with the dead? Do the dead, are the dead forced to answer our questions, or is it a willing thing?
I don't know. They've never not answered a question, but they've never seemed bothered by it.
What if we summoned the spirit of the dead hag we just killed and asked them about their sister?
I just look at him and was like, I don't want to invoke that lady's name in any way possible. That she should just be quiet and never asked again. There is no good that comes out of that.
But there's people's lives at stake. Entire castles full of people, and a hag that we barely have any vulnerabilities on. If there's anybody that would know the vulnerabilities of it would be their own sister. Of
And
course they know
she's
each
more
other's
likely to
weaknesses.
lie to us than anything. And by the way, how does that not know the sister doesn't know that she comes back? Like, if anything, in my experience, unless there's a real need, let the dead rest. And I am not. Right now, there's no one. There would be no reasons that she would be compelled to tell us.
That's why I asked to
She
see. It
could
depends
lie.
if. That's what I was wondering. If the questions that are answered by this death bell people, that if it's a compulsion or whether it's a willing. That's the question.
I mean,
What do the
we
rest
don't
of you
really know
think?
whether it's. I mean, they might be compelled to answer, but they might not be compelled to answer truthfully. We'd probably have a better time summoning the demon and asking him. The Oni.
Will?
Maybe someone that was killed by the hag that would
Well,
have
what
a
the
vendetta
will?
against them.
Nah.
Is there anyone that
Oh,
this
yeah.
hag...
You don't know their name though.
Yeah, so we probably couldn't get them either.
Is there anyone that the hag has killed in this realm that would have an extreme vendetta against them? Or that was wrongly killed by the hag that might be willing to talk or that might know something? I also direct this question to Imelda and the other one.
Amador and Gleam?
Yes.
I'm sorry, you asked him what exactly?
If there was someone who has been killed by the hag that might have information that we could use to take the hag, that would not be offended if we ask their spirit or ask them if they have information on the hag. Someone that was wronged by the hag and that would be happy to help see them downfall.
Well, Antolin doesn't usually kill anyone. Not that I know of, at least.
Okay. I
Audible
have a
gasp.
So can I want just wait, I'll let you finish. I don't want you
No, that's what I'm just like trying to think. So she doesn't kill people.
So Amador, the castle Motherhorn, was that a place that Creepy Lynn made herself, or did she move into it?
I believe she had it carved out for her.
She had it carved out for herself?
Yes.
By who? Do we know?
I don't know.
You're breaking up, Cora.
Let's give it a second.
Alright, better?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. I believe they had it carved out for her, but I don't know who did.
Don't know who did that. Is there some way to find out who did? Huh.
Could ask one of the spirits. They might know.
What spirit would you suggest?
Either a cord or a briganock.
We're unfamiliar with the names of any of those recently deceased that fall into those categories. If you could be so kind to provide that, we might be able to have assistance with that.
Well, yes, we can do that. You will see as 3 goblins will gather in a circle, and they will start ringing their bells very slowly. and in unison. After a few moments, and a ephemeral spirit of a Corid will kind of rise from the ground between the goblins. Its eyes will open slowly and look around. And say nothing. I will show you what you see. Chords, honestly, to me, are kind of cute.
Oh no. Kind of little goofy guys with their little mustaches.
Yeah, I love them.
What channel did you put them in at? I don't see them.
The OOC chat.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I put it in the OOC. I normally put it in the player notes. That's my bad.
Okay.
You're good, well.
Okay.
They're
So,
just goofy
okay.
little guys.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Little goofy guys.
After a couple of moments of silence, they'll say, "Well, what did you want?"
Look, and they'll say, we're looking to find a way to stop. Well, not exactly stop Indolin, but we're trying to find a way to free some of the hostages that have been kept in the castle. I was wondering if you had any information that might be able to help with that.
Hostages in the castle.
Yes, the evil hag has kept hostages in the castle and are keeping them there without them, well, wanting to be there. So we don't like that for them.
You'd be best to seek the help of my brethren.
We are all your brethren, so that we may seek them out and find their aid.
Where they always are. Lockberry Henge.
Isn't that where we were going?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It seems we might be on our way there now. Is there any way, any customs we should be aware of, or any way to show that we mean them goodwill?
Our kind has a tendency to be very skittish, especially around other folk.
If we invoke your names and say that you helped us, would that ease their minds at all?
Likely not, for just my name means nothing.
What can we do to make them feel comfortable around us?
One second.
No sudden movements. Just.
We bring them a shrubbery.
Here is a lemon. Enjoy.
Right.
You must do a dance under a full moon for them.
Do you know the game of Crown?
Can I see if I would have played it in my college?
Sure. All of you can roll a history check.
Because I'm sure there was a professional esports team of crowns at my college. Clearly, I was not part of it. It was too nerdy.
Fair.
My history's not great, but I can roll it.
Yep. Everybody can roll.
I mean, I rolled a 3 and a 2.
14 on my end.
Jasper, would you like to roll? And Magmar?
Maybe not. Just talk,
Go
no
with they may have
crowns.
fallen asleep. Oh, there's Jasper.
We really are unfamiliar with crowns, except Toph. We'll have the blind child play chess for us.
As long as it's on a stone board, I can see it.
So the blind child will play chess for us.
Yes, Toph is the only one who is familiar with the game Crown.
Yeah, it's a game my dad always loved, along with Pai Sho. Nothing ever I was interested in. My hobbies were way too meant for boys.
Crowns sounds like a very Avatar-like board game you would see.
Well, if you get to Lockberry Henge, they are typically playing a game of crowns there.
Are they a gambling kind of people?
No, it is typically done in a friendly way.
It's not your culture. I was also thinking that as well. The unfriendly type of gambling. Got it.
Hey, I bet you say that. Oh, wait, hold on, I got unmute. Hey, I bet you say that again, I'll break your legs. Like that kind of gambling.
Well, thank you for your assistance, Spirit. I don't want to keep you from whatever life you're currently unliving. But rest assured, we will do our best to stop Indolin from causing chaotic harm to this area.
All right, then I take my leave. You will see as they will kind of fade back into the stone below.
You really can commune with the dead. I applaud you for your... And they kind of look at all the, like, little goblin... I think, like you said, they're goblins, right?
Yes.
Your mastery over that which is no longer living is commendable. I may require your services in the future. But for now, I appreciate what you've done for us. Here, and I don't think I have, like, I never actually bought anything with my trinkets. Do I have any trinkets at all? I don't think I have any trinkets. Does anyone have a trinket?
I guess we can give them the. We've never found a use for it and watched that we'll need it, but we have a fake 3-dragon anti-card tipping a Fey dragon.
We do in fact have that, yes.
Mm-hmm.
A collectible card?
Yep.
I guess so.
It's just it's a fake 3-dragon anti-card. So there you go.
But the collectible card game's the best feature. Vinny.
There's also a gold bobkin if you'd prefer to give him that.
What is a bobkin again?
I think we actually asked that question, and I put the notes in.
Oh, it's a sewing thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could also give them the fairies' magical knitting needles. I don't know if we assume we just buried them with all of their stuff, or if we actually used their inventory or not.
They don't need anything super sweet. They just give them the 3 anti-card and be done with it. Like that's
The anti-card.
We've had that since February the 17th of 2024. Unless Cora's been playing the long con, I think it's okay of trash on that one.
We give them the collectible card game.
Here's one card.
It's a proxy. It's a proxy
now
magic
you used
card.
it, and now I'm gonna make you play 3-dragon ante, and you're gonna need that card. Gotcha.
That would be really interesting, an interesting moment in the game. How funny would that be? But
would be like it's used in crowns. Like in order to do it, it's like a rare card in crowns.
And it would be a fairy dragon card deck for crowns, not dragon ante. I mean,
right.
Yeah, you use 3 dragon anti cards in your game of crowns. Like, what is this? Like, oh
it's the blue eyes white
There's
dragon.
games within games within games. What is this?
Yeah, that's what crowns is. It's 3 different games going at once. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. It's the blue eyes white dragon of the crowns game.
And if you lose, you get punched in the face. Like it's like that's what it is. After every turn, you've gotten 3 games, and if you've won 2 out of 3, you get to punch the other guy in the face. Like, what is this circus? All right, yeah. But I think we can give
that game. It's clearly not that.
Yes. So I think we can give them the 3-dragon anti card and feel okay. We'll keep the set of false wooden teeth. I've gambled those away before, so we're still okay we've gotten them back every time. So let's just those teeth have stayed with us. We won't just toss them away right now.
We give them the proxy Magic the Gathering card.
There you go.
All right. So, do you guys wish to commune with the dead any longer, or?
We can only ask questions of people that are from Prismere, right? That's the only question I would. Is it only Jan or all of Prismere?
Only Jan. Okay,
yeah.
We don't know anyone in Jan yet. They have died, anyways.
Nope. Okay, yeah, I have one other question, and it's just before he goes, I do the total Columbo thing. One more thing. This Prince Elgarth, he seems to be doomed or something about lighting beacons. Do you know of that story, Cord, sir?
Oh, you mean Alagathis and his woe? Yeah.
Sure, that's exactly right.
Yes, we do know of him.
Okay.
After several failed attempts to fend off a green dragon that was threatening the prosperity of his kingdom, he caught the eye of Endlin Moongrave, who visited on his homeworld of Toril. The hag showed the prince a future in which he defeated the dragon, but lost his life in the process. Endlin also claimed to see an alternative future in which the dragon was defeated and Alagothus survived. She promised to share the details of that vision only if Alagothus stayed with her in the Feywild for at least 1 year. The prince saw that if it only cost him a year of his life, it was a small price to pay, so he accepted the hag's terms. The years seemed to drag on, and when it finally ended, Alagothus found himself with only one way to get home. A path that, according to Endlin, is visible only in the light of the 8 beacons. The simple goal of lighting the beacons has been repeatedly thwarted by the Peritons, who revel in Alagothus' despair. Each time he lights a beacon, the Peritons snuff it out. Yet Alagothus is too stubborn and determined to give up. He hopes the Peritons will grow bored of their antics and leave him alone. However, he seems to be misguided in that expectation.
Alright.
Do
So,
you know what paraffin meat tastes like by any chance?
No, I've never eaten Periton.
do we know where the paraffin, just out of curiosity, Cord, do you know where the paraffins nest?
Periton.
No. We've never actually seen where they've nested.
Okay.
That is a good question, though. I wonder.
So,
Yeah, actually, I think you got a good idea, Anderson. If they've got babies, then that would be a great way to motivate them to stop messing with somebody.
sure, that sounds like the way I would totally do it.
Honestly, I think you would.
Yeah, okay. We'll leave the Anderson Breakfall fan fiction for folks at home. So okay, so the prince would learn. He's learned the way to fix and slay the dragon, but he has to. And he spent a year, and he's been trying to light these beacons to go home. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. Is he a strong and capable warrior?
He is a knight.
He is planning
my
on going
understanding.
home to fight a green dragon, too.
We fought yeah, but like Magmar like whipped a dragon dog like with his own pair of hands. So
It was a baby.
I mean, we just saw its cradle. Well, who knows? Shrug life. Okay, so and then how long has he been trying to light the beacons for? Do you know?
The beacons, he has been trying to light them for about 3 months.
Alright. Alrighty. So he's been lighting it for 3 months. Okay. And he's stubborn. Alrighty. So just to make sure that I understand, he made a deal with Creepy Lynn to stay here for a year. She told him the story, said he can slay the dragon. Everything was good, and now it's an unhappy ending for him because he can't get back to save the dragon. right? Or save his country, correct? Just to make sure?
Yes, he cannot get back to
Alrighty. Sure. Alrighty. And he needs to light 8 magical beacons to get home.
Correct.
Alrighty. Okay. I just needed to make sure that we understood. Alrighty. And then I'm like, and then if somehow his 8 beacons get lit, he would get his happy ending where he could go back and save his people. Is that right? Cord thing?
They're goblins, but
Goblins, yeah.
Yes, but from our understanding, he has to light them on his own in order for the beacons to light his way home.
Okay, so he has to light his beacons. Okay. Alright. Sounds good. I always like to figure, always like a puzzle. Alrighty. Light his beacons. Alright, sweet. Well, we will. Alright. What would happen to Endlin? I'm sorry, the creepy Lynn, if for some reason what would happen to her mind if she was to see a happy ending happen in Yorn? Do you know?
I don't know, but I don't think anything would happen to her mind. I believe she might be upset that, something happened in her kingdom, essentially, that she didn't have control over.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it would affect her mind.
I wasn't necessarily. I mean, I just think something that would knock her off her confidence was not like give her a headache is what my thought process was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe it would upset her for sure.
Okay. What's in the water around the beacons?
Excuse me. Sorry, I had a yawn there.
That's okay.
I don't know. I've never gone in the water, but from my understanding, there's only fish, but they are large fish, which is why we don't go in the water.
Okay. All right. Real big fish. Sounds good. Okay. So is there any place of learning that is open to the public if we were to do any kind of research here in Yon? Is there anyone that could share knowledge of Yorn aside from here? Aside from you guys, of course.
The goats.
Okay. So there are goats?
Yes.
Okay. So bear with me, so I need to understand. Are these giant goats? Are they goat people? Are they just goats that are very smart? Just so I know.
No, they're giant goats. Very big.
Giant goats. Okay. Are they nice and hospitable?
As long as you are to them, yes.
Okay. So nice goats. Alright.
Do you speak Elvish?
I am fluent in some Elvish.
Oh, perfect. Because that's all they know how to speak.
Alright. Well, my Elvish is East Coast, so it's sometimes a little sharper. I have to slow it down. So yes, it's an East Coast Elfish accent, unfortunately. But we'll get there. I think that was all my questions. Does anyone else have any questions?
No, I think you kind of asked anything I was curious about.
All right. So the giant goats might know about the birds, right? They would have an idea of like their, I don't know, like their behaviors and histories.
You said about the birds?
Yeah, whatever the Pathany, I think you call them.
Oh, the Peritons.
Peritons, that's what I want to call them. Peritons. All right. Okay, yeah.
Well, the Peritons weren't always Periton.
Okay, what were they beforehand?
The Greyhawk Mummers?
They were Greyhawk Mummers.
Yes, they were a troupe of actors.
Okay, so they were transformed into birds?
Yes.
Okay.
They were invited to perform pantomimes at Motherhorn. And when their popularity made them haughty and difficult to control, Enderlin locked them up. When they begged to be set free, the hag honored their request by releasing them into the wild, but only after she turned them into Peritons.
Okay. So the Peritons were actors called the Greyheart Mummers. And now okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Greyhawk Mummers.
Let's put hawk instead of heart in. Okay.
Yeah.
Greyheart.
That's just because of my goblin voice I put on.
It's fine. I'm like, the revenge of the theater critic shall strike them down. So it's all good. So, alrighty. So those are all my questions. Onward to Cord Town. Let's go, guys. Like, hey,
right.
At any point, did the old elf want to say anything to these goblins, or did they? We're like, look, these tourists, they got caught by the bell ringers. You never talk to the bell ringers.
A little bit. They're kind of waiting on you guys. They were wanting to get to Lockberry Henge a little bit quicker, but they aren't necessarily going to tell the people who are helping them, hey, hurry it up. Especially when it's a large group of help. So.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
But yes, as you guys continue on your journey, who wants to give us our next survival roll?
I will try and do the survival roll this time.
Okay. Alrighty. Alright, because this map is not nearly as straightforward as any of the other maps, and not that the other maps were straightforward at all either. You guys will go or start heading up a mountain, but as you do, your equilibrium will start feeling off and it'll start feeling like you're heading down a mountain. And as you reach the apex, a crack of lightning shoots across the sky, catching one of the large copper lightning rods that are perched on a mountain next to you. And it jumps from one lightning rod to the next, all the way arcing over to the castle. But I'm gonna drag you all way over here. Just so you know where I brought you over here. And as you get to the apex of this mountain after the lightning has done its job, you will see a small, very unhappy goblin child in overalls flying a kite on a blustery plateau. The kite seems to be alive as it has a hideous face stretched over its diamond-shaped frame, and it cackles in the wind. The kite has a 40-foot-long string with 5 blue bows tied along its length at 8-foot intervals, starting about 5 feet from the end of the string where the goblin girl is holding, ending about 5 feet away from the kite. The goblin girl sees you, and she is crying.
Bro, Jasper, this is your home. This is where you're from, bro.
She looks to you all, and she
It's
says,
nothing but goblins and crying goblins. You'll fit right in.
But she looks to you all, and she says, "My arms are so very sore. I don't want to fly this kite anymore. But if I let go of the string, Creeping Lynn says I'll become an old thing. The curse comes from those 5 blue bows, but they won't come off while the wind blows."
Oh no, they're rhyming goblins. You might be right.
I'm telling you, man, you were born here. That's why you didn't die.
That makes sense.
Because when you died, you just came back to your natural home.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Also, sorry to hear about your kite problem.
Right?
But this is a huge revelation! We found Jasper's home!
Do you know what we have to do to help with the kite? Because Vega might be able to help.
Yeah, probably. I mean, she just has to take the... Well, actually, the question is, does she have to take them off herself?
Yeah.
The DM shrugs.
Fair enough. Well, 2 things. One, you can just pull in the kite. Like, literally, you just pull it in. Or secondly, yeah, you can just have the imp fly over and just take the blue ribbons off of it. Because I'm assuming the blue ribbons are, like, along here, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there are 8 of them.
Does the goblin girl seem to know what would happen if we untied the ribbons for her?
I will read what she says again.
Okay. Or send
My
it. Actually,
arms are
if you
still
could
very
you
sore.
send
Oh,
it
yes.
in chat first too. That way I can go read along.
My arms are so very sore, I don't want to fly this kite anymore. But if I let go of the string, Creeping Lynn says I'll become an old thing. The curse comes from those 5 blue bows, but they won't come off while the wind blows.
Jasper is gonna be like, I think we should just cut the string. But I don't know if that's right.
I don't think so. I don't want to. Okay, but if I let go of the string, Creeping Lynn says I'll become an old thing. Well, first off, who's Creeping Lynn?
That's
Yeah,
the hag.
That's the
Oh,
hag.
that's one of her names.
Yeah.
Yep, that is one of the names.
The curse comes from those 5 blue bows, but they won't
They
come
won't come
off.
off. So I'm thinking we cut the string in front of her. That way the kite.
This is one of those stupid riddles about the wind blows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So how do we stop the wind from blowing?
You can't.
we had this like exact same riddle not that long ago. I
hear
just do
the
not
kite.
remember the fucking answer.
You will hear the kite not only be cackling, but also shouting quite rude things at the goblin girl.
So
I think we cut the string.
no, I think that's a bad idea. Okay. Could you make Toph like ground that follows the string up and make it too heavy to be in the sky? And then it would fall to the ground and it wouldn't be affected by the wind blows. And then we could untie the bows.
I mean, I think you're on the right track. I think we got to get the kite down. The question is, how do we get the kite down?
So
How high up is the kite?
Let me see if it says.
can you?
It is about 45 feet up in the air.
40 feet? Okay.
45.
45.
Oh, 45.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, well within.
Okay.
What if we just shoot it down?
No, wait 1 second. Because if
Can
it's a
you-
living thing, we reduce it to 0, there might, like... Because she just said that the kite's spewing insults, right? So
Yeah. But so I'm now that it I know that it's talking and moving. Like I'm worried sending Vega up there, she might get attacked or hurt or cursed.
Right.
How about you? Can you sense, friend Jasper? Can you sense if I'm assuming there's a magical element to it. Can you make an arcane check and see if there's something that may give us an idea?
DM?
What exactly are you trying to do?
Is it a magical creature? Is it a spirit that's inhabited the?
Is the kite a magic item or a magical creature, perhaps? I think
Or-
is kind of what he's asking.
Or is it like a spirit invaded a normal kite and now is manipulating it.
Give me a Arcana check.
I am rolling fucking great today. The best.
I know that feeling.
Honestly, I'm glad that I'm getting all the bad rolls
Yeah.
out today, because I definitely,
Yeah.
right now, because I don't need these bad rolls tonight. Like, oh my
So-
god.
So, like, my thought process is with Toph, like, we could either, within a 45-foot area, I could create I could soak it and maybe it would fall down, but that's why I was thinking his magical.
Oh, like make it wet?
Yeah, I thought, if we add more weight to the kite, the wind won't affect it, right? So I'm just thinking in my head, right? So you don't want, create cool bridges because, water's your enemy and stuff. So, if you could have Earth creep up the kite string to the kite itself, forcing it to become too heavy, and bring it. It would be like the wind wouldn't affect it blowing, and then either someone
it's
could
too heavy,
climb,
like basically putting weights on it. I get what you mean.
yeah, or at that point it's a statue and the wind doesn't affect it anymore, and then somebody could climb up your little statue and remove the bow. That's option,
Potential. Question. So, obviously we're up here with her, right? What does the wind feel like? Does it feel natural, or does it feel just turbulent, like it's going everywhere?
It feels.
So I think the wind is being caused by magic. We could try the weight thing. I just don't necessarily know if it'll work necessarily, just because this wind is magical. Maybe the magic earth would weigh enough, but the wind might just pick up more.
Give me an insight check, Toph.
Okay. High? 24?
Very high. Since you noticed that it was not only a magical wind, you've noticed that it seems to have a correlation between the goblin girl's foul mood.
So the more unhappy she gets, the more the wind picks up.
That's what it
Interesting.
seems.
I will say, I think our first course of action should be to calm the girl, because we want to make sure that she doesn't let go of the string. Does anyone have good goblin child skills? Does that make sense to anybody?
No, I would. Okay, so
Metagame, who has the best persuasion? What I said was, it seems the kite, the wind itself, it picks up the worse her mood. Is there anyone that could calm the child to make sure that she doesn't let go of the string?
I've got a spell that I would have to unload and load. I would have to take 10 minutes to do it, but sure. I could calm emotion. You could use to suppress strong emotions in a group of people. Each humanoid in 20-foot radius centers on a point you choose within the range charisma savings throw. And then, that could suppress,
I mean, considering we don't have a persuasive person in the party, that might be our best option.
Okay. So I'm gonna talk to the girl and say, my name is Anderson Breakfall. I am a priest of Umbrell. I understand your arm's hurt, but I'm going to we're gonna try to help you. One of the things I'm going to do is whisper a prayer in your ear to help you find a calming place. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm right here and we will help you, okay? What is your name?
Fenia?
Fenia, I'm Anderson and we're going to help you, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. So I just need you to feel what I'm about ready to tell you and go with the flow. Just hold on to the kite and it will feel better, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. So I'm going to take 2 minutes to add remove a spell and add a spell, okay? And then, what is this? Okay, hang on. Emotions is level 2. There we go. Alrighty. So I shall use a level 2 spell. And basically I stand next to her and we'll run the spell. We'll run that through. But I whisper something and like have a shell in the ear where she can hear the ocean, and I'm trying to have her I describe her finding a place on the beach and just listening to the pounding waves. It's repetitive. Things are gonna be all right. Just count the waves and things will work out for you. Okay.
Instead of sheep, it's waves.
Yes, just
One
count them.
wave. Two.
2 waves. Yeah. And then so you can suppress any effect by a target to be charmed or frightened as this spell ends. So we're gonna charm her and calm her emotion.
Yes, absolutely. So as you do, she kind of follows your guidance, and slowly but surely, her emotions do start to calm. And the wind and rain starts to ease up, and the kite, almost said the cloud, the kite
The clouds start
starts to-
falling. What?
right? Then the kite starts to fall. It kind of falls like a feather does, just slowly and wistfully until
Someone make
comes
sure to
down.
catch it.
And anyone can catch it, as it is just lightly falling.
Well, not anyone. I wouldn't know where it's falling.
Fair.
And my hands are a little tied up right now, so yeah. So either Otto or Magmar grab the kite. Jasper, will you grab the kite and remove the bows,
Is
please?
it being held anymore?
Okay. Well, there's literally I would normally throw myself at this task, but I'm helping the child stay calm, and it's now.
That's what I was going to say, was I could also use Mage Hand.
There you go. You both just mage handed.
Yeah.
All right. Can one of you then use your mage hands to try and pull the
Undo the
bows
blue
off
bows.
now that it's like on the ground and there's quote unquote no wind?
There should be 5 blue bows. I don't know how many are on it, but those have to go.
There are 8.
I thought the curse comes from 5 blue bows. They
Oh.
will
Yes.
come off.
Yeah, sorry,
while
5 blue
the wind
bows.
blows.
You're
Okay.
right.
I mean, there could be 8 bows on there, but it's the 5 blue ones we need to take care of. Like, you know.
Sorry, I'm so used to there being 8 of everything that, but you're right. There are 5.
Okay.
All right. Yes, and as you start to take off the bows, Fenia will slowly but surely be able to let go of the string once they're all removed. And she does not turn into an old thing. Above board, if you guys had attacked the kite in any way, kite would have used its reaction to rip the string from the girl's hands, and she would have turned into an old woman.
We
aging her
killed it
by
in a
10
single
years.
shot.
If you killed it in a single shot, then it would have worked.
Oh, okay.
But it would have to be a single shot. The same thing. She would have aged by 10 years per bow.
Which 50 years for a goblin is a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I looked to Toph and was like, "Good job, buddy. You figured it out."
I mean, I'm pretty used to the wind being on my face. It's one of the very few sensation outside of my feet that I feel constantly. The wind was very odd.
So, well, Fenia, you are freed from this evil kite.
Yes, thank you. I really appreciate all of you. I really don't want to go back to Mother Horn, though.
Okay, you don't have to.
Wait, isn't that where your home is? Why wouldn't you want to go back there?
That's the evil castle with the evil lady.
But isn't that where her parents are?
Yeah, but that's where Bitter End is.
Oh. Fair enough.
Well, what would happen to Bitter End if she found out that you were able... Why did she give you this kite to begin with? Did she give you the kite? How did you come into the kite's possession?
I was caught stealing theater props.
You were caught stealing theater prop. Okay.
Yeah.
And she cursed you to have this kite till your arms fell off and you died of old age. Was that her plan?
Well, she promised not to punish me as long as I agreed to fly her kite.
Okay. So, okay. Alrighty. Okay.
But
So
there
I look at
isn't-
the kite. What's the kite like without the bows? Is it like still evil? Like, was the curse in the bows or in the kite?
The curse was in the bows.
Okay.
So the kite's face is there, but it almost looks like it's just like by the wrinkles is the face.
Okay. Alright.
Phinia will say, there is a nearby small cave that I think I can hide in. Do you think that you guys would be able to save my parents?
We'll try.
I mean, that's kind of the plan, but
yeah. What are your parents' names?
and how can we prove that you're where you are?
Well, their names are Specklenose and Zolt. And if you show them this, and she'll reach into her pocket and pull out a small music box that plays a sprightly tune that you remember from your childhood. So each person, it will play a different sounding song.
Mm-hmm.
But the music box itself looks the same.
So your parents' name are Zolt and Supplenose?
Specklenose.
Supple. Supplenose. Alright. Okay. Okay. And where do your parents work in Motherhorn?
They work in the props room, I guess.
Okay. 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 Out of character, quick question. Is the after we removed the bows off of the kite, is it still magical or
It is not.
okay? And are the bows magical? Or is the ribbon magical?
They are not any longer.
Okay, so the magic's been broken and it's out of it. Okay. Alrighty. So I kicked the guy, just kicked the kite over the ledge. Like, okay, cool. You know, bink, you know. Alright, well, I guess we will try to find your when we go into the castle, and if we go to the props room, we'll show this music box to your mother and father, Zolt and Supplenose. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Will you be able to will you be able to take care of yourself out here on your own?
I think so.
You're a clever goblin girl. Alrighty. Well, you have a good day, Phinia, and I'm glad we could help.
I really appreciate all of you.
That's okay.
What we're here for.
What tonight? Just if you can, for me, make a small prayer to Umbra and hope the ocean goes and grows 1 inch.
Honestly, these are my favorite parts. Hearing the absolute stuff you come up with just cracks me up sometimes.
At Anderson and be like, wait, you want global warming to happen faster?
Oh my goodness.
I just for the just
Listen,
pray
he
for the
wants
ocean.
everything to be under the ocean, alright? He wants the world to drown. It's not that wild to me at this point.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
You've got to understand that Anderson is Anderson's story is almost out of a Frank Miller grid crime novel of abuse, and he is part of an evil entity. But you know what? He's genuinely a nice guy. Most of the time, he does a nice thing, but he has to balance it out with just a smidge of evil to keep himself truly neutral and making the choice between life and death. Kind of what he does. And he just tells the goblin girl to, like, yeah, pray to Umbro for the water levels to raise 1 inch. That's it. You know.
Well, I guess it's a good thing she lives on the mountain.
Again, he does it in the nicest way possible.
Of course. All right. That'll be where we will call session for today. It'll be after we help Finny out with her kite problem, and she goes off to the small cave nearby. And you guys will be headed to Lockberry Henge.
Awesome. The first song that I thought of with the music box was Dracula, but now I'm leaning more towards Du Hast.
Oh my goodness.
Rammstein. I don't know if anybody knows who that is, but
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
I think he's a German swimmer from the German swim team at one point. Yeah.
I didn't know about that part, but okay.
I think if you Google it, it's because if anything, if I'm gonna know, I'm gonna know an odd fact. So I think that's true.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Alrighty. Well, you guys have a good day, okay?
Thank you.
We'll
You
see
guys
you
too.
later.
I'm gonna go file my nails down for rock climbing.
There you go.
Are you gonna make it tonight?
Ooh, that sounds fun. I love
I
rock
will.
climbing.
Cool.
But yeah, my partner's brother's birthday is today. Well, not specifically today, but that's what we're celebrating today is his birthday. So we're gonna go rock climbing for it.
To be
I'm
fair,
assuming you guys are going to like an indoor rock climbing.
Yes.
it's
Okay.
rock
That
wall
makes-
climbing, really.
Yeah. Rock
Hey,
wall
listen,
climbing.
it's virtually the same. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I finally figured out how to make Toph work, and I just put it in the player character's notes. I think I finally got Toph to be without a weapon. I think I
love it.
figured it out. Like he was trying to fight a tin soldier, and I think I figured it out.
That one's a good looking one.
I do
Yeah.
love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright,
also, it's like the perfect image considering she just bends the metal with her fist, just absolutely just punch right through it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You work for me now.
Alrighty. Well, you guys have a good day, okay?
Absolutely.
I'll
Enjoy
let
your
you later.
weekend.
Bye.
See
See you guys.
you, Cora.
ya.
See you later night.
See ya.